Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am bringing you a makeup video. I said previously in my makeup haul where I bought quite a few makeup bits, and I'm not gonna lie, I may have a Charlotte Tilbury order on the way. I don't know what it is about me recently, but I just want to try new makeup. But anyway, I said in that video that I would be doing a full face of first impressions, so this is what this is. It's a full face of first impressions of things that I mentioned in that makeup haul. If you haven't watched that, I'm going to be trying out the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. Also going to be trying out the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, as well as some other NARS products. I'm also going to be testing the NUDESTIX Nudies Tinted Blur Stick, and just a few other products, some Bobbi Brown stuff, some Laura Mercier stuff. So if that's the kind of thing that you're interested in, then I really hope that you enjoy this video. As I say with every video, I am no makeup artist. This is just me having some fun and playing around with makeup. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so my eyebrows are pre-done because I didn't have any kind of new products to use on them. Kind of cheating a little bit because I know it says full face for new products, however I don't have enough for a total full face, but most things I do have and will be able to use. So we're going to start with eyeshadow. I'm just going to prime my lids with the Last Imperfection Collection Concealer, because then I feel like the shadow thing that I'm going to use, I'll be able to kind of judge it better because I know that I always use this, so we keep that constant. I am not 100% sure the kind of look I'm going to do today, to be honest. I've had a think, and I think I am going to do kind of gold smoky eye. I'm just going to set the powder and then we will begin. So the actual other shadows I'm going to be using, again, technically aren't new, because the new thing that I'm going to be testing out is my Bobbi Brown Longwear Cream Shadow Stick in the shade 24 Carat. This is just a really nice gold cream eyeshadow shade. If you haven't watched my haul, I got this in TK Maxx. I think it was £2 that I got it for, which is just amazing. And I said I'd try it out in a first impressions video. So that's what I'm going to be using. All the other shades are just things that I already have. I will quickly talk you guys through what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to focus too much on the other shadows that I'm going to use. So what I'm going to do first is from my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This is a very old and well-loved palette. I'm going to take Salted Caramel and kind of take it all over the lid and a little bit in the crease. From my Morphe, whatever you want to call it, Night Master palette, I'm going to take, apologies for the absolute state of this palette, but I'm going to take the shade Selfie, which is kind of like a brown but also has orange tones in there, and I'm going to kind of take this around the crease and then bring it down into the inner corner. Okay, so I've just kind of blended that shadow in to give me a base to kind of work with what I'm doing with the crease. So what I'm going to do is, again, from my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, I'm going to take the shade Milk Chocolate, which is just quite a nice brown shade. I'm just going to work that kind of here and then into the crease, just kind of darken up and deepen up the look. Okay, so I kind of just ended up going in with a little bit of a darker brown from that palette, put that on the outer corner. The other brown shade wasn't really that great, and then I just went back over and kind of blended a little bit with the original shade from the Morphe palette just to kind of bring it all together, and now I think I'm ready for the gold. We're gonna go in inner corner to the middle, try and blend it out a bit, see how this goes. Ooh. It's kind of not as creamy as I was expecting. I won't lie, it's taking a little while to build it. But it is a really pretty colour. I'm liking the colour. I don't know if maybe that's my fault because It was really cheap, so maybe it had been sitting in TK Maxx for too long and had dried out. I don't know. Now I'm going to try and blend a bit with my finger to make it look a bit more natural. Looks like kind of a little bit just not blended. Kind of difficult to blend it. It's definitely not as easy to blend as my Maybelline tattoo things. The colour looks nice though. I know I said it was kind of difficult to build, but it's almost easier. The pigment is kind of more there than in the Maybelline ones, I would say, but it isn't as creamy as far as cream eyeshadow sticks goes. It's not kind of the best one I've ever used, but it is nice. I will get used out of it. I honestly feel like that's as far as I'm going to be able to blend it. Okay, I'm going to do the other eye and get back to you. Right, so that's it on the other eye. My verdict on it would be, it is a beautiful colour. I absolutely love this colour. Will definitely get a lot of use out of it for when I want to do like a gold smoky eye. I think it's very easy to apply to the actual eye. It comes off the stick quite easily onto the eye. If you're wanting something where you just have a quick bit of colour to be able to put on, it's definitely a lot easier than if you used like glitter or sometimes even a shadow. It didn't take too long to build up the colour. However, once it is on the eye, it kind of doesn't budge, which in some ways I think will be good. I think this will last quite long. However, if you are looking for a cream shadow that you can put on and then blend, that's not really what you get with this. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to doing my under eye concealer. I have another first impression to use for this, so I'm going to be using the CYO highlighting concealer brush with Brilliance. This was also in my haul. I said I'd test it. However, the issue with this is, even though it is in the shade Fair, it's pretty dark. What you do is you press this little button and then the product comes out. I've used it to swatch it, but I think it's going to be a bit dark for my under eye. Let's see. I think that's definitely a bit too dark for my under eye. What I'm going to have to do is mix a tiny bit of the Collection Lasting Perfection in with it. Just to lighten it up a bit. Okay, let's blend this in now. So as you can see, I think it would brighten it if it was the right colour for me, but because it's not the right colour, it's obviously not really going to be able to brighten my under eyes, but it's good coverage. Okay, I'm now just going to put a little bit of salted caramel under the eye and then also some of milk chocolate just to give under the eye a bit of something. Okay, that's that done. I'm now just going to do some mascara and then I'll get back to you because I don't have a new mascara to try out. I'm aware that a lot of what I've used so far has not actually been first impressions, but I think pretty much everything else I'm going to use, I don't have a new powder to use, but everything else I'm going to use is kind of like new first impressions to do with my base. The primer that I'm going to be testing is a Ciate Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. Again, featured this in my haul, said I'd give it a try. I saw someone on YouTube rave about this. Cannot remember for the life of me who it was. It wasn't a YouTuber that I usually watch, but I was kind of like going through and looking for inspiration of things that I could buy, and as I mentioned in my haul video, my skin is a little bit dry at the minute, so I wanted to get something that would really like hydrate my base, and I think this is water based, so I'm hoping it's not going to feel kind of too like tacky and heavy, but it'll also do a nice job of hydrating it. So let's give this a try. Don't know how much I'm gonna need. You can kind of see there's little bits in it. Well, I mean, you can see in the bottle there's bits floating around, but I didn't know they'd like kind of come out. This smells amazing. If you like those watermelon sweets or just like watermelon as a scent, I would 1,000,000% recommend trying this purely just for the scent. I've got a mirror there, hence why I'm kind of looking in this direction. I'm just gonna kind of put it on. I don't know how much I'm gonna need, but let's just put it. I don't think I'm gonna need all of it. It feels kind of like a little go a long way. That feels so nice. I hate primers that do just feel really kind of silicone-y and I just do not like that feel, but this is not like that. It feels really refreshing, like it says hydrating, like I'm literally giving my skin a drink. Definitely a little goes a long way. I could have definitely just used one pump and would have been absolutely fine. Can you see that glow? It's giving me that dewy, nice look. I am very impressed with this. Trying new foundations is like my favourite thing ever. I've got the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation to try. I'm really excited to try this. Kind of quite a wet foundation, I think, which is a bit different to me. I am quite a full coverage, kind of matte satin finish girl, but at the minute I'm wanting to try more kind of natural, but still with medium coverage. I think this is meant to be kind of like a dewy slash satiny finish. I do think it might be slightly too dark for me, which I'm a bit gutted about because I used a foundation matcher and it told me to get 2.5, but we'll see when it's on. Okay, so I'm just gonna take, wow, it is very wet, can you see that? Not many of my foundations would slide. Okay, that's kind of like 3 pumps, but the first pump didn't come out very well. I'll see how I go with this. And I've got the mirror there, so apologies for looking over here. I definitely don't think this is my shade. It smells kind of like MAC foundations, MAC Studio Fix. I don't think I'm really taking full pumps. I guess if I was doing full pumps, this would probably be 2 full pumps that I would have used. And then I'm just going to take some down my neck because this is definitely going to need blending, that is for sure. I'm just going to do like the dabbing in motions like I do with every foundation because I think that's kind of more of a fair way for me to kind of decide how I feel about it. It's very lightweight. Very lightweight. I actually think that it isn't that bad of a match. Oh, I'm so happy that this doesn't look completely ridiculous. It's definitely a bit too peachy toned rather than being completely cool toned, even though they matched me with this, knowing that my other foundations were cool toned. But anyway, it's like a bit off, but pretty good. Definitely medium coverage, I would say, but you know, it is enough. Like doing my nose now, you can still see my freckles, but I like that. I want my freckles to be on show. I'm just gonna do my forehead. I really like this. It honestly feels like I have nothing on my face, which for a girl who loves to use the Urban Decay 24-hour all-nighter foundation, this is quite like a welcomed find because that foundation honestly feels like you are literally putting paint on your face. And I honestly think it's giving me decent coverage, you know. I have some spots here that it is kind of managing to cover. Yeah, this, wow, I really like this. I think I'm not going to use a setting spray, obviously, to try and just see like its true wear. I'm hoping it's going to wear quite nicely. Okay, so moving on to concealer, I have got the NARS Natural Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is definitely, I think, more my shade. You can see it's very cool toned, and I'm going to use this to kind of spot conceal. I don't have like crazy redness of spots, but I'm going to use a little bit around my nose because I find that that is where foundation rubs off, a little bit on my forehead because I have quite a lot of texture, and again, things rub off there, and then on my chin and little spots that I have. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit on my chin. There's a little bit of a scar from a spot there. I had a couple of spots here. I'm going to use a little bit around my nose because foundation comes off there, and then a little bit on my forehead, and then I have a couple of spots there and one there. This is nice. This is good coverage. It is a very good match for my skin. Kind of outlining that the foundation is the wrong undertone for me because this is the right undertone, but that's okay. I find that it's done a good job of like whilst I'm blending in the rest of it, it hasn't dried out. I find that a lot of concealers can do that, and it is really annoying when you're just working with concealer that's kind of blended itself into your skin. Okay, there's all the concealer on. Nice, glowy. Does need setting down a little bit. So for the next part of this video, I'm actually a little bit nervous because I'm going to be testing out one of the NUDESTIX Nudies Tinted Blur Stick. Now I'm going to be using this to contour, and I only really use powder to contour, never tried cream contour, so I'm a bit terrified that I'm going to end up making this look absolutely insane. I'm going to have to tread very carefully because this was really expensive for how much you get, I'm not going to lie. Okay, so looking in my mirror, because I definitely need to look in my mirror for this. I'm just going to kind of start with not too much. I hope this will be the right shade as well. end. I feel like I'm gonna need to go in with more, you know, but I really am starting with baby steps. I'm gonna use a sponge. I'm gonna see how I get on with a sponge. I think I went a bit light with A, the shade, and B, the amount I've put on. Also, because this is the sponge that I used to conceal, I think I'm gonna try using something else. It needs a bit more. I think I was just maybe a bit light with how much I put on. That's where we're at. It's blended in quite nicely, I guess. I just don't want to put too much on and then kind of go overboard. I think this is a good product. It's definitely blended in quite nicely. It's nice and creamy as well, easy to apply. I just think that I'm going to have to kind of learn how to do my contour better. So I don't think this was the most accurate representation of this because I don't really know what the hell I'm doing when it comes to cream products. I'm just not finding it's doing that much. Like, it is there, it is nice, but it's not amazing. I was kind of expecting bigger things from this. I'm just going to go over it with my bronzer now. This is just my Body Shop Honey Bronzer. This is just what I use every day. Moving on to blush, I'm going to try out the NARS Orgasm Blush. This is just a little mini one that I got with the highlighter that I'm going to be using next. This is like a total OG product. I'm hoping I'm going to really enjoy it. It's a bit of a big brush for this little mini product, but I'm going to take some and put it on my cheeks. I need a bit more than... I'm seeing a slight glow. I think I need a bit more though. Let's kind of give it a swirl. Hello, are you in? This is very subtle, but I think that's just because I'm going from using this, which is the blush that I use day to day. See how pink that is versus this. So I'm used to being so gentle with this, and now that I'm using one where it can kind of be a bit heavier, let's take a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, can you see that? It's very nice, very subtle. I like this. I don't have to no longer be super careful when I'm using blush to not absolutely make myself look like a clown like I did with the CYO one. I like that. I really like this blush. You can just see it so subtly giving a little kind of nice pink glow to my cheeks. Okay, now for highlighter, I'm very excited to try this. I picked up the NARS highlighter in the shade Albatross. The colour just doesn't come up very well on camera, but it looks like it'll give me quite a nice natural kind of goldy, but also a bit of silver tones in there. Just a nice natural glow. Ooh. Oh, can you see that? Other side. Whoa. Oh boy. I like that a lot. I feel like it's just a very nice natural glow. I've probably put on a bit too much actually. Let's just try and blend this out a little bit. That's really pretty. I like that for a subtle glow. Take a little bit down the bridge of my nose. Nice. I'm also just going to take a little bit in the inner corners of my eye and then on my brow bone. That's really pretty. It is just glowy. Like, I honestly can't decide if it's silver or gold. I feel like it sits somewhere in the middle. Just a little bit on my brow bone. Nice. Some of this must be coming from the blush because the blush did have a bit of shimmer in it, but that's okay. So for lips, if you watched my haul, you may have realized that the only lip product I have to test is a coral shade. So I am going to test this out because, you know, it's a full face of first impressions, but I probably will take it off in the end and put on something more natural that's going to complete this look. This is the Laura Mercier Velour Extreme Matte Lipstick in the shade Styling. I'm just going to line my lips with a nice nude shade. This is just a Rimmel nude shade. Cannot remember for the life of me what it is. I mean, look how small it is. Coral. Now this again was from TK Maxx, hence why it's in quite a crazy shade, but it was 90p, so I couldn't resist picking it up and trying it, and I will try and get some wear out of this during the summer months. Okay, let's put it on. It is gliding on really, really nice and creamy. Looking at my base up close in this mirror as well, oh, it just looks really, really gorgeous. I'm so happy with all the products. Like, the contour is very natural, but it's kind of growing on me, you know? This does not match the eyes, but let's just pretend I had a nice like eyeliner flick or something kind of subtle on the eyes and with this lip. That is really pretty shade, you know? I would definitely wear this on a day like I just said, like with eyeliner on my eyes or something like that. I am going to take it off, but it feels very matte, which, you know, it did say extreme matte, so if matte shades are your thing, these Laura Mercier lipsticks are really nice. But to apply it, it's very creamy and then it kind of dries down matte. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just go back in with the Rimmel Nude and then I'm going to put a nice nude shade on just to complete the look. So although pinky nudes are my jam, because this is gold, I think I'm going to go for a more kind of undertone of kind of like orange shades, proper nudie nude. And I'm going to use my MAC lipstick in the shade Honey Love. So right now, this is my face close up. This is everything done. I can't get over that highlight. That's so gorgeous. I went in a bit heavy. The blush, nice, subtle. The contour, again, very subtle, but I think that's just because I'm using it wrong, to be honest. My face feels really, really nice. The foundation has dried down now. It's looking really, really good. I'm quite obsessed with like the base. The eyes, you know, haven't used much that's new. My eyebrows are just as they always are. The eyeshadow is okay. I don't know if I'd definitely not spend £24 on those cream eyeshadow sticks. I think that's how much they retailed for, but for £2, you know, it's okay. And then the lips, obviously, you know, it's just what I had lying around, but the Laura Mercier lipstick was really nice. Again, don't know if I'd spend however much it was. I think it was actually the one that was about £24, but for 90p, it was really, really nice. So yeah, I'm probably not going to end the video now because I will catch up with you guys in a few hours to kind of show you how my base wears so you can get a real first impression. So yeah, I'll catch up with you guys. So it's now about 9:15, so it's been about 8 hours since I put on my makeup. Now, I'm mainly focusing on my base because obviously like my lips and my eyes were kind of all old things, my eyebrows. The gold eye thing, what was it, the Bobbi Brown cream shadow, it was new. Stayed on really well, but kind of cream shadows like that always pretty much stay on. And like I said earlier, it was really hard to blend, like it was properly sticking to my eye, so I kind of expected it to last. In terms of my base, my foundation, it has stayed on pretty well. It's definitely kind of coming off of my nose, but honestly, foundation always comes off from my nose, and it's coming off on my chin a little bit. Forehead stayed on reasonably well, which surprises me. It doesn't usually stay on there. Looking at kind of the contour I did, it has stayed on pretty well. It was very subtle that I did anyway, but what I did do stayed on. The blush, again, I can see it very slightly. Same with the highlighter. Might be hard for you to tell, but I can see it slightly still managing to stay on. I do think with this, because it's a lot more of kind of a dewy base, you would need to use a setting spray if you really want it to last like all day, but it by no means looks silly, like it looks fine. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. The concealer, like I did put extra concealer on my nose and that has obviously just completely come off, and with my spots it's kind of coming off. I don't know how impressed I am with the NARS concealer. That's kind of I might need to test it out again, but with maybe a different foundation or with like a setting spray, like I said, because I would usually use a setting spray. All in all, I'm pretty happy with everything that I used. So I'm going to end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I'll probably be doing another one in the next few weeks because there was some stuff that I got in the makeup haul that I didn't try out today. Specifically off the top of my head, what I can think of is the Milk Makeup Eye Pigment. I do want to try that, so probably will do another one of these videos when I get my Charlotte Tilbury order, and then I also might do a Glossier order in the next few weeks. So yeah, stay tuned to my channel for that. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!